snowshoes.
Are you okay?
Go right off the fucking rock.
It was so weird. It's like a surfboard.
Always working on the gram. We don't know where we are. We've been walking for like 15 minutes. Missed our flight.
Don't make that sound. You make it sound like it's way worse than it is. We're happy on it.
Alright. Oh no, the hotel I booked that I thought was right next to the airport.
Yeah, you had me Google Map check the fucking Reichstag building.
Ended up being an hour 15 walk from the airport. And that's what we're doing right now. I thought it was gonna be right next to the airport, but it's not. And then we gotta get up at like 1 a.m. and walk an hour and 15 minutes back. But of all the places to do that at 1 a.m., I feel like Iceland would be the best one because it doesn't get fucking dark here.
I feel like we're a walking like video of how to like overcome a bad situation today. Like this is what they, like this was like the outgoing video they would have, and it would like be a panoramic shot and it would just be on the road again walking.
Well, update. We are going to leave here at 2 a.m. tonight. Cole's gonna stay up. We're just gonna do it so that way if we leave in the evening, from now on, one person stays up to make sure that we are out of bed. Because yesterday we didn't sleep at all, and we just assumed that our body would cooperate when we tried to unhealthily wake up at the time that we were supposed to. So, we fixed that, lost some money, and learned from it, and remained friends. What more can you ask for?
Right, Jackson just pointed out that we have forgotten what concept of like time is, because like it feels like it's at like 8 a.m. but it's really 3 p.m. right now, and just because yesterday was just so weird, but we're now on Europe time, so it's for the best.
Sunrise and sunset are the same things in Iceland, or I mean, you have about 10 minutes where it's just a little bit dark, which coincidentally or conveniently is going to happen while we walk to the airport this evening. He allowed someone to laugh at me, and I mean laugh at me beyond a point that is normal, because I had chocolate on my face, and you just allowed me to walk about 2 miles with chocolate on my face.
That's fine. Nothing like traveling abroad and getting KFC. It's currently 1:30 a.m. Me and Jackson tried going to sleep at like 12:30, but he fell asleep. I couldn't. And so I just stepped outside. I'm gonna let Cole get like 20 minutes of sleep before we have to get going. We're gonna make some PB&Js with what we bought at the grocery store. And then we're gonna do our hour-and-a-half walk back to the airport and then get on to Amsterdam. Yeah, and you guys heard me, it's 1:30. It looks like it's like 5 p.m. I don't understand. Like, it does not get dark here. I remember whenever I was talking to the flight attendant, he was telling me that in the winter, it's just as bad here. Like, it's only light for like an hour or two at most. But I just don't know if I could ever live here because it would be like impossible to sleep. Like, unless you have like black sheets over all your windows, I couldn't do it. Don't remember much from today, but having a good time.
I walked through my shoes. You walked through? No, I didn't, but it feels as though I did.
This is supposed to be chocolate milk, but it's pudding.
Or it was supposed to be pudding and we thought it was chocolate milk.
Yeah, one or the other. Oh no, this is pretty good.
Ja, 8 minuten später.
So we ended up missing one of our trains because ours got delayed, and then me and Jackson got off on the wrong stop. And so basically what we did is we kind of played catch up on like catching the next train out in every single train station that we were in. Well, we ended up stumbling upon Flensburg, and we're stuck here till 6 a.m.
Stuck here? We get to be here.
We just walked by German prom back there. There's just a bunch of 18-year-old kids getting drunk in the parking lot, and we can see the dance inside. When in Flensburg. So it might have actually been Denmark prom, because we don't know what country Flensburg is in. Jackson was just talking to this guy, asking if he could get on his train to sleep and then come right back here like 4 hours later.
Trains don't work the same way.
Yeah.
They don't just turn around, Jackson. Oh, okay. They go in one direction and then they stop at the end of it, which is going to be like 7 or 8 hours away. And then you get on the train all the way back.
It's now 4 a.m. I have to whisper because there's people in here sleeping. 3 hours till our train right out of here. We're exhausted. And of all train stations to get stuck at, we got stuck at literally like the shittiest one we've been at. We're literally just gonna like tank our first day in Copenhagen, watch World Cup games all day, do laundry, clean ourselves up, because like I'm not ready to get out there and do more marching and walking around and sightseeing. We could all use a day. It's currently like 4:30 a.m. The sun is rising. We did not get any sleep tonight. We're on our way to McDonald's. It's about a half-hour walk. Cole's back at the train station, passed out. It feels good to get up and moving. I had a 15-minute Da Vinci nap. That was impressive. I feel a lot better after the fact. Yeah, this trip has pretty much just been like anywhere from 10-minute to 3-hour naps, with the exception of the first night whenever we overslept and missed our flight. I haven't gotten any more than like 3 hours of sleep in a row. But I feel, yeah, I feel fine though. It's really weird. I don't get it. You hyped?
I'm a small-time adrenaline junkie. I try to keep it hidden, but I am an adrenaline.
We decided to catch a train to a skill day. Craig recommended coming here, so we're just checking some stuff out right now. Yeah, he thinks that this looks like he's standing on the ship. Wait, oh no. He's on a ledge. Got our market food, the typical baguette and lunch meat combo. Die man shaft.
Die actually means the, so the man shaft. The man shaft, yes. Die is the for the feminine. It's feminine or plural. It's probably plural.
No, it's probably a feminine man shaft. Jackson mid-song.
You're the one that saves me. Assassin's Creed Leap of Faith.
Right there.
This is false advertising. There's no horns on Viking helmets. Mr. Thomas taught me right.
Jackson, fuck you. Jackson, that scares me. Oh, fuck you. Dude, this place is horrifying.
This is like very eerie.
Did you see how deep that other room was? We're not coming back there. That was deep as hell.
Yeah, so there was one room that we decided not to go down. We're gonna head back through the catacombs and check it out. It should be fun.
Dude, I hate this place. Can we go back out? Dude, I hate this. It's cold. It's so cold.
There you go.
Fuck you. Holy.
turn off the lights one second.
No, fuck you.
Whenever I turned the corner, I saw like a gray thing.
I had never been like more fun scared before in my life, going back down there the second time.
You guys have been to haunted houses, right?
Yeah.
I went to my first one this year. I was unbelievably scared, and it wasn't even a good one. Dude, also like this one dude comes out behind me in an alien suit and like touches me, and I literally turned around and swung at him. I was so fucking scared.
Walking on these rocks is the most painful experience of my life.
I mean, it's like a pretty, like, oh my god, that was right in my face! I swear to god, I will fucking, I will rock you. Stop it!
Yeah, Jackson, that water is very cold.
Cool, can you please stop it? No, I'm sincerely asking you, like, stop.
I'm sincerely asking you.
Oh wait, why am I doing this? You guys did dumb.
You're gonna get your body wet now.
No, I'm gonna stop once it gets cold. Jump in with me, I'll jump in.
Polar plunge?
Straight up, Tom, I will get in this water, someone has to take a photo.
We gotta change though.
I don't care. All I have to do is put on different pants. We have underwear on, so we're fine.
I'll do it. Nice little changing room. Now I'm in shorts. Ready to do this. Oh, I need to get off these rocks.
Your nipples are stupid hard. Not a good thing.
I'm going back in the water.
No, Jackson.
Just said goodbye to my uncle. I don't know when I'll see him next. I'm sure he'll be coming back to Pittsburgh in January. We got about 3 hours to kill before our train ride to Berlin, so we're gonna do some sightseeing around Copenhagen, because we didn't really do much, like other than the tours and like trains to different cities. We didn't like actually get to see like the typical like Copenhagen experience, like the Little Mermaid statue and all that. So we're gonna do that now. Craig, if you're watching this video, huge help. By the time, whenever we got to Copenhagen, we were exhausted. Our knees hurt, our ankles hurt, our hips hurt. We had like no sleep, but now we're rested. We know not to walk 45 miles in about 3 days, and we're ready to take on the rest of the trip. Once again, thank you. This man's always filming himself. That looks great.
Another thing is awful.
Just left the main Adidas store in Berlin. I was in need of shoes because my shoes are pretty much completely ripped up and there's no sole left on them. Not a single shoe in the store is in my size. My camera does not do justice on exactly how beautiful this park and this building is at night and how well lit up it is. If I had my main photography camera, I would just love to have it right now just so I could show you guys how beautiful it is here. Just woke up, got dressed. I'm heading down to Jackson and Cole's room right now. We're gonna figure out our plan for today. Last night might have honestly been the best night of the entire trip so far. It was so much fun just hanging out with me and Jackson, going up to that tower, walking around that park, seeing that building. It was so beautiful, beautifully well lit, and hopefully today is just as good. Of course, the night we decided to go bike riding, I'm wearing skinny jeans.
I should wear like the pads to cover it.
Pasties.
Have you ever milked a cat? No, it's from Meet the Parents. He's like, I grew up on a farm. Yeah, I used to milk a goat. He's like, you can milk a goat? I didn't know you could milk a goat. He goes, I can pretty much milk anything with nipples. He goes, well, Stuart, I have nipples. Can you milk me?
Even though the hike up that mountain we just did was not nearly as long as what we've been doing lately, my legs have never been so sore, just because it was all hills, and every single city we've been so far has just been flat.
Ready? Now, lean forward. Boats and hoes, man.
Boats and hoes. Everywhere I go. Oh my god, I can play that song.
Well, I spent 250 krona on a jet ski for 12 minutes when you can get a paddle boat for 2 hours for half the price. What would you do if I pushed you in right now?
I'd grab your camera and throw it.
Just woke up, showered. I'm heading out looking for some food right now. Last 2 days have been super chill, but today we're going to a national park. Cole's back there sleeping. Jackson's up, just like checking on him. Today's gonna be a good day. Been such a scenic walk. Like, it's kind of crazy that like I'm just standing here and then literally right there there's just these cliffs that just drop off. It is absolutely gorgeous. I was in Split for 4 days, got the same slice of pizza 4 days in a row. It was like the equivalent of like $1 US per slice. So good. All right, so we kind of fucked up on getting to Rome from Split. So we actually ended up having to get a flight the following morning from when we were expecting to leave to Milan, and then we're gonna take a train down to Rome, which is only about a 2-hour train. But our plan was to get through TSA and then just like sleep on one of the seats by our gate or something, but like we couldn't get through TSA. So I just got a cheap hotel room like 10 minutes away from the airport. Hey, I was considering staying up all night like we did in Flensburg, but I'm exhausted. I could really use a shower and it's worth it. Me and Mario.
Wario, I'm hungry. I have never had sex with women. I want women. Waluigi's just a child molester.
You see now, since we're just wandering around Rome right now, stuff that we're seeing is probably important, but I just don't know. It hasn't hit me yet, like at all, this entire trip, exactly what I've been experiencing. Someday I'm gonna look back at it and be like, holy shit, like I was 18 years old, backpacking across Europe, eating like insane meals in Rome, and then just seeing things like this in the middle of my night.
Honestly, I would like to forfeit our hostel and just live in the trees tonight.
Dude, imagine putting a tree house up there.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a hammock right now.
I don't think you put that in the water.
Wait, really?
No.
We're just singing in the rain. Oh, fuck, the jersey. Okay, well, I'm done with that.
This fucking line was way too long. I'm dipping. We're heading up to go meet our old principal, brother Bob, right now. Oh, well, we decided to cut our losses. Lost 90 euro, but not a big deal. Time to eat the best pizza in Rome. Just got done with Rome. Somebody would have told me freshman year that in 4 years I'd be having a beer with brother Bob at a Steelers bar in Rome. I would have called bullshit. Today was such a great day. We're heading back to the hostel now, picking up our laundry, then off to Interlaken. My man's out. Out cold. This place is incredible. Just got to the hostel about an hour ago. Getting picked up for skydiving in about an hour and a half. I'm definitely nervous. Never been skydiving before. But it will be fun whenever I text my parents because they don't know that I'm going skydiving. And so how I'm gonna tell them is by sending them video from the experience. As you guys can tell, Interlaken is literally heaven on earth. I wish we had more than 2 days here, just one night. If I were to ever come back to Europe again, 2 places on my hit list are going back to Iceland and definitely here because I'm really looking forward to going skydiving today. And then tomorrow we're getting up at 2 a.m. and I'm gonna go hike up a mountain to go get some photos and videos and just kind of see sunrise on top of one of the mountains here. It's gonna be a good time. This man's always getting his espresso.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
What's going on today?
We're gonna hope he doesn't die.
It's gonna be fun. was it, gents? Turn around.
Awesome.
Face the paparazzi.
It was a great time. I'll definitely do it again.
Bye.
Oh, no. Caught a taxi out of some mountain to photographers on Instagram recommended. We have no idea where we are. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. All we hear are cowbells. Hopefully we don't get shot.
Needs more cowbell.
This is like, you can literally see like every star in the sky.
Hey, needs more cowbell.
I don't want to flash these cows with a flashlight.
More cowbell.
Oh, you guys can't tell, but we're really close. Probably got about half an hour left. This has definitely been one of the harder physically and mentally things I've ever done. I definitely should have brought hiking boots on this trip because both of my shoes are soaking wet because we got lost and ended up just kind of free walking across this mountain. It's definitely not the way to go, but this view is going to be absolutely incredible. Like, I've already taken a couple pictures along the way, but it's really hard to get anything great on a point and shoot whenever it's this dark out. So whenever I get up there, I can take some long exposure shots, and I plan on hanging out here for at least the next like 4 hours. All right, I'm falling behind a little. I need to catch up. We did it. This is definitely like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. So I decided I'm gonna climb this part here. It's a little bit safer than up this mountain, at least so far. It's honestly like the first time I have ever like actually been scared for my life before. It's just like this climb up, there was one point where my foot slipped, and if I wasn't holding on, it was definitely really scary. Then we found the actual path that people were supposed to take out, not the weird path that we did. I didn't film any of it. Like, you guys saw me kind of walking on the grass, but I decided not to film the part just because I needed my phone as a flashlight. I tucked it in my pants so I didn't have to hold it because I needed both my hands. I just said, you know what, I'll wait till I get up here. I'm gonna finish this, and hopefully this isn't the last time I talk to my camera.
Well, Ma, it's safe to say I made it. Fun fact, I was clubbing before I did this.
Made it to the top.
And then there's that. I put a rock on there. Did you put a rock on there?
No, I did not. So like, this entire idea came from 2 girls who follow me on Instagram, told me to do this. I don't think they were expecting like how inexperienced climbers we are, or especially me. I don't think they were expecting me to be like hiking up here in a pair of Ultra Boosts. The funny thing is that like, first I told my family I went skydiving. Next, I'm gonna show them this video that I hiked this mountain. It's insane. Just started to peek over the mountains. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I think it's about time to start heading down. This is honestly like the safest part of the entire time, like entire walk up here.
Oh yeah, this part right here?
Yeah, the walk, like the walk up to the top here, it was definitely tiring because my body was really tired by this point, but
No, I saw that flag and I was like, I'm gonna get that guy.
and I thought it would be so much harder than it was. That's why Cole didn't come up here.
Well, no, because you see it and like you're like at a point you like don't. So like this is where it's like turn around. So like you look at this and you think that
Like you think that there's no way of getting up there.
There's no way on the left. You think it's probably to the right, and you're like,
And then-
oh,
and, like,
okay,
they,
this
like-
is meant for like rock climbing at this point.
Yeah, or like they have steps and everything. Like this is the safest part of the entire walk up here. Like the shit on the rocks that we did, like it was way over there. That was so scary. It's like weirdly, I'm so much more relaxed like walking on this ridge than I was earlier. No fear at all. So as we've been walking down this ridge, talking to other people hiking the mountains here, we come to the conclusion that the way that we took on that mountain is not currently a way that people are supposed to take coming up. Because the path that we took, it looked like a path at some parts, but we could tell that there was like an avalanche where all the rocks were. Like there was a point where we had to like slide down the mountain a little bit, and as you can tell, like, that's not something that's safe that they would recommend every hiker to do, to come up here. But I mean, we got up here, we got a really cool story to tell. We made it and we found the safe way down, because whenever we were up there we were able to get like a really good vantage point and kind of see the best way down. And so we realized that if we walk along the ridges, we'll be okay. All right, I need to put this away. So we ran into a bit of a problem. There's a pack of bulls that we need to get by, and I'm not looking to get charged by a bull right now. We tried getting past them, but one of the bulls squared up Cole, and then he started to act like he was gonna charge us, and we got really scared.
Well, these bulls hold all the carts, so we're stuck here until they move.
We just won.
We are now one with the bulls.
Dude, we gotta get bull tattoos. Like that.
Hey, don't step in that poop.
Watch out, it's on this poop ahead of you.
Still walking, made some mistakes. We walked across a hiker, and we asked him how long it is to Interlaken while we were up along the ridges. He said, oh, it's about an hour hike to the train station. So it'd be about an hour and a half back to our hostel. That was 3 hours ago. I'm exhausted, I'm starving. I have no idea how many miles I've walked today. I mean, hopefully we can hitchhike our way back, or we can call a cab. I don't know. I just want some food, a shower, some rest. This museum is so big, and it's so crowded at points, but then like some rooms have no one in them. We decided to stop walking aimlessly and like just find the Mona. Like just some stuff that we learned about in school. There's just so much to see here. Like I looked it up. If you spent 60 seconds looking at every object in the Louvre, you would have to be here for 75 days.
And I mean, like, each piece only matters as much as you allow it to matter.
Yeah.
So like, just see what you want to see.
It's not that special. My man's out here taking a selfie. It is so hot. I miss Iceland. Catacombs? Yeah, it's way too touristy. We were expecting something similar to what we got in Denmark, but it was not like that at all. It was like kind of like a museum kind of vibe, and there was just way too many people. Like in all honesty, if I had to choose between doing the castle we did in Denmark and like seeing all that and then going down through like the underground parts down there, or doing the Paris catacombs, I would choose that every day. Like if the catacombs were set up with no lights down there and they just gave you a flashlight, that'd be so much cooler, but it's like all lit up and I just didn't really like it that much. Oh my. Last night was a rough one. We survived. Going to the train station to reserve my ticket to get to Bruges. They were going to Ireland, and then I'm heading home. We managed to watch 2 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine in Paris. That's probably the most impressive thing we've done this trip. But the plans to kind of conquer like the Eiffel Tower and all that stuff today, just because we wanted to rest, chill out. It's been fun, but today's gonna be a long one. We also got to carry these backpacks too. The Tour de France is by far like one of my favorite sporting events, and so just like kind of being here has been really cool. It's so hot. Currently chilling in the Paris train station. I've been sitting here for about an hour now. Got some Five Guys. It was pretty good. A lot more expensive than it is in America. I said goodbye to Cole and Jackson because they're off to Ireland. I am going to Bruges for a day and then flying home this Friday. They're leaving Ireland like 5 days. They leave June 11th. I come home, no, July 11th. They come home July 11th. I come home July 6th. It's definitely been fun. We had a really good time last night, kind of toasting off to the end of a journey together. But I'm really excited for Bruges. It's gonna be like the perfect way to end this trip because I have always wanted to go to Bruges, and it'll be really cool just to kind of admire the architecture in the city alone and really just like focus on my surroundings. All right, I'm gonna get to my platform. If my train would have gotten delayed any more, I would have ended up missing my train ride to Bruges, so I would have been just screwed for the night. But it's here. I'm cutting it close, but hopefully we get there a little bit quicker. It was so weird walking through the streets here trying to get back to this hotel. This place is super nice though. I got to kind of see some of Bruges on my walk to the hotel, and I'm very excited for tomorrow. But on the bright side, the guy working the reception lost my papers, and so he ended up upgrading me to a room, and this place is insane. So far walking around, this place reminds me a lot of Old Town whenever I did a vacation with my family through Poland, because if you didn't know, my mom's actually from there. But yeah, I'm definitely getting Old Town vibes right now. Now that's a Belgian waffle. Growing up, I had always been obsessed with Bruges and like hoping that someday I could finally come here. And to be honest, it is every bit that I thought it would be. This is probably like the most beautiful town I've been to ever, let alone just this trip. If you're wondering why the sudden change of light, whenever I went back to the hotel, I was like, you know, I'm gonna take a quick 20-minute nap, recharge. 3.5 hours went by. But I mean, it worked out for the best because it's 7 p.m. right now, and my plan is not to get back to the hotel until about 1 a.m. Take a quick, like, little 2-hour nap, eat some other food I bought at the market that I was supposed to eat back then, but I just, like, wasn't that hungry, so I'll eat in the morning, then I'll be good to go. So I set up a Google Maps kind of route to see the rest of Bruges, to the things that I want to see. And I decided to go a little bit off the route to kind of walk along the canals here. And I stumbled across this location that, it's a long story. My freshman year, my English teacher, the background on his computer desktop was Bruges. And like on the first day of class, he was like, yeah, this is my favorite city. I love this place. And like, I completely agree with him. Like, I absolutely love Bruges, and ever since that day I saw that photo, I had been obsessed with it ever since. I've always wanted to go there. And that photograph, like that moment in class, kind of started this whole travel bug for me that led to me convincing my parents to do a vacation over to Poland, and then kind of started everything that ended up leading to me doing this trip. And so I walked across this bridge. I was supposed to go straight, but I said, you know, I'm gonna walk across this bridge, and then I saw it. This building right here, I had always been obsessed with. And ever since freshman year, I had like dreamed of living in there. And I found out that it's actually like a hotel. So if I ever do come back here, I know where I'm gonna end up staying. I'd imagine it's pretty expensive because there was a lot of people taking photos of it. Coming to Bruges, and especially coming to this spot, is kind of the perfect way to end this journey that I've been on the last month with Cole and Jackson. It sucks that they couldn't have been here, that we ended up missing our flight earlier in the trip, but I'm definitely happy that I decided to come here, because let alone Bruges being as amazing as I thought it would be, it's met my expectations and then even more, but just being able to find and come to this spot on my last day definitely made the trip worth it. All right, I'm gonna go. There's people walking by. I decided to rent a bike all night because I need something to do till like 2 a.m. The plan is to like only sleep like an hour so that I'm exhausted on the flight so I can sleep on them, because on the flights coming over here, I was awake the entire time and it is awful. I have about 10 hours worth of flights tomorrow, so I know I definitely want to be really tired. So I decided to bike about an hour and a half north of Bruges to the beach, and I was hoping for it to be like a nice scenic bike ride like along a canal, but no, it was literally just a straight shot with nothing around me. Like, it was not scenic at all. I just left my bike over there on the street. I locked it, but I couldn't like attach it to anything, so hopefully no one steals it. But I have like quite a long walk to the actual water. I think I'm gonna try and catch a train back to Bruges, just because I really don't want to bike an hour and a half in pitch black weather, and it's also gonna drop the temperature, and I am just in shorts and a t-shirt right now. But I plan on hanging out here for a while. I just feel like it'd be a good way to kind of end this trip. Not only was I able to have that moment earlier with the photo that kind of started it all for me, but I get to watch my last European sunset on the beach in Belgium. Oh my god, look at how white. Look at that tan line from having on shoes this entire trip. Oh my god, that's insane. I can promise you that tan line was not there at the start of this trip. That's priceless. I probably already said this already, but I really wish we wouldn't have missed our flight from Iceland here at the start of this trip, because it definitely would have been a lot more fun with Jackson and Cole here, because this is a pretty chill city and a pretty chill area. But it definitely worked out for the best. I'm just gonna soak it all in one last time. So this entire trip, we've been complaining how the beaches have been absolutely freezing. The water I'm standing in right now is honestly not that bad. And Belgium is like the coldest place we've been to with the exception of Iceland. This sunset definitely is one of the most beautiful ones I've ever seen in my life. This makes the one I saw in Split on those rocks, knocks it out of the park. So if I can't find a train back, I am screwed because I really don't want to ride my bike back to Bruges just because it's really long. I'm tired and my knees hurt really bad right now. So I should probably get on looking at trains. That'd be smart. This has so far been like the best 25, 30 day stretch of my life. I've had so much fun. Thank you so much to Jackson and Cole for making this an amazing experience. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys whenever I get home, talk about the trip, watch photos, videos. Oh wow, this is something. Of course, the last train from where I was back to Bruges left like 20 minutes before I decided to leave. That was the most ass bike ride I've ever done. It was pitch black for about 30 minutes of it, and I had no idea if I was on the road or not. Never again. Currently on my way to the airport right now, catching a train. Gotta be quiet because people are sleeping. I've been stuck at this airport for the past 5 hours because for some reason my online check-in wouldn't work, and so I couldn't get through TSA. And you can only check in 3 hours before your flight because that's whenever like the ticket booth or whatever opens up. So I just got my boarding pass. On my way to the gate now. Just landed in Iceland. Got about an hour layover, then I'm heading out. Just landed in Pittsburgh. It's been a great journey. It's been really cool sharing it all with you guys. I'm happy to be out.